I can't life-proof my house, you know, like, that's what it is. It's full of life right now. It's full of young, bouncy, loud, annoying, gorgeous life.
But limits.
Can we talk about limits?
If you want to come up with a proposal that you think is fair, I mean, this is how my husband does it in business, right? You come up with a proposal, I'll read the proposal, I'll come up with a counter proposal. I mean, on some level, I can't promise you that after 7 p.m. it's going to be silent, but I can do my best to, I can let you know what some of my kids' schedule is when we have a piano lesson, that kind of thing. Or perhaps you could let me know if Ralph is in a treatment for something, or you're having a special meeting, it's a particularly good time for the house to be quiet. And I can try to accommodate. I mean, I was gonna have a birthday party next week, so I could slip a note under your door a day ahead of time, letting you know when it was gonna be.
Let me check this out. How do you respond to Carol's proposal? But if you let her know, she can try and accommodate more.
I'm all for it.
Okay. So there are a couple of things so far that it seems to me we have on the table. One is rugs, which is something I heard you ask.
Lots of rugs.
Lots of rugs. So what does lots mean?
Lots of rugs.
Well,
We have
I'm
lots of
allowed to
hardwood
have-
floors, lots of hardwood floors in that building. Just lots of area rugs.
okay, I would like to say a little bit about Joy too. I love my hardwood floors, and I'm willing to compromise.
A runner down the hall.
Okay, all right.
That would be a huge step.
That I can do.
A runner, okay, so
Yeah,
we
got
got a
it.
runner down the hall. And the other piece, it seems like we have, and tell me if this is right, is that you have some communication about, you'll let Carol know if Ralph is having a treatment or needs some quiet time. And maybe you can let Robert know when you're planning something where you're anticipating noise and check it out. So at the very least, he can anticipate it.
Right.
Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Okay. Are there other things that are important to discuss? At least for today.
Do you have to have those meetings at your?
No, I don't.
Wait. So, okay.
But why don't you want me to have them then?
I just told you, because, I mean, is that silly though?
Well, so
Is that, I
wait.
don't know.
Let's ask that question. Hold on. So what you want to know is what are the reasons? What's interesting to you about the reason?
Because if it's because if it is for the simple fact of homophobia and hatred, then no, I will have more meetings there.
Okay. And versus?
And if it's a safety issue, a legitimate safety issue, I will educate you. I will love for you to meet these God-fearing people.
Now, Robert.
So what are the
There's
Well, Robert, let me ask you, before you said yes, but, so I'm curious.
yes, but I want to know why.
Yeah, and so we can ask Carol. What's the option? So Carol's asking right now, what I heard Carol ask is it an option for you not to have those meetings?
It's an option, it is an option, but it's not something that I will do lightly.
Okay.
It really isn't.
Okay.
As I said, people in the group are living much longer. It's not what it.
Right.
The group's focus has changed.
Right.
If I don't have to do it as often,
Okay. So
I can cut back,
Yeah.
but I will not end it.
So let me sort of rephrase this to Carol, to you. Okay. So here's what I heard Robert say.
Yes.
Okay, one is it's not. He's open to hearing your concerns, and because of just the nature of things being what they are, there's less of a need. It sounds like there's less of an acute need to have these things as often as maybe there was some time ago. But they're still important enough for Robert to want to continue and not simply say no forever. But one of the things that will help him to make some of those choices is to know from you whether you're asking this out of, my words, bigotry, hatred type
Yes,
stuff,
yes.
or concern, safety type stuff.
I think they're very closely related, and honestly, I think I don't want the hatred and the bigotry part to be part of the story. I feel there must be a part of me that just, you know, you can't take this part of me out. If that means I'm a bigot or I'm a hater, or I felt like I wasn't when we first met and I'm not now, but I have gotten a little more anxious since I became a parent, and perhaps that's lack of education, and perhaps it's just because my kids are little and they look at big people and, you know, they see boo-boos, or they, you know, and I don't really know how to talk about it, and I have to do a little bit more thinking about that myself. Perhaps it wasn't something I should have put on the table, but since we were in sort of a, I appreciate you not yelling at me about it, because I know that was really pushing it, but you threw the rugs in, so I thought I would just ask for anything I could at that moment. I mean, I feel like, let me think about it, because I might not be. I would really like to have just a place of peace, and also,
That's all I want. That's all I want too.
you're,
Did you hear Robert?
I do.
So
I heard you say it, you shout a little bit more than I'm used to, and I'm kind of a shouter, so I'm just letting you know that, if the shouting bothers me, it's more heightened than you might imagine, maybe.
The volume?
Yes, and just the ability with which you, like, when I say you think you spoke to Andreas, and I say you shouted, I mean, it could have been in your mind speaking, but it just was the word choice and the body language, and so
I accept that.
let's,
Did you do what he said?
I do, I'll just be quiet.
So right now, so we've got 4 things, it seems like. We've got the area rugs, we've got the communication, we've got, what else?
Well, the meeting thing we
The meeting.
can shelve for right now, but,
Those
you
are
know.
those are the 3 main ones?
And the list of.
The schedule.
And those are
That's more of a
schedules, right?
schedule, like,
That's right.
We used to be friends.
Perhaps not just used to be. So, for now, I think we've done a good amount of work. So I want to thank you both for coming in here. And if you have any questions, concerns, follow-up meetings,